TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. Local authorities are searching for a man they say is to be considered armed and dangerous after shooting a gun into a structure. Lehman Township Police Department are asking for information regarding the whereabouts of 20-year-old Eugene Robert Paisley, who's wanted by authorities as a suspect in an incident that involved a gun being fired into a structure. He's described as a 5'3" white male, 120 pounds, with brown hair and hazel eyes. Investigators also say Paisley is reported to be driving a 1997 blue Chevy Cavalier and is known to frequent the Back Mountain and Nanticoke areas. Police say Paisley is reported to have a gun, so he's considered armed and dangerous and should not be approached. Anyone with information can contact the Lehman Township Police Department at 570-675-1483. Pennsylvania State Police are searching for a missing teen and her son. According to a release from Pennsylvania State Police, 16-year-old Aaliyah Diaz left her home in Loyalsock Township with 8-month-old Nathaniel Anthony Ortega around 10 Sunday night. Diaz is described as being 5 feet tall, 89 pounds, and dyed red hair with dark roots. She was last seen wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt, blue sweatpants, multicolored bracelets, and a gold necklace. The child was last seen wearing a green onesie and gray sweatpants. PSP believe Diaz is heading to Allentown with the child. Anyone with information is asked to contact Pennsylvania State Police at 570-386-5700. And in Schuylkill County, the district attorney and county detectives are asking your help to locate a man who failed to appear in court as required. According to detectives, 43-year-old Land Douglas Hicks failed to appear in court for his trial's jury selection. The original charges against Hicks were felony burglary and criminal trespass and a misdemeanor charge of theft. Hicks, described as being a white male about 6 feet tall, weighing 230 pounds. He had a last known address of 244 North Broad Street in West Hazelton. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Hicks or any other fugitive in Schuylkill County is asked to contact the district attorney's office at 570-628-1350 or Schuylkill County Tip Line 570-624-3988. Anyone who may see or come in contact with Hicks is asked to call the Schuylkill County 911 Center or their local police department immediately. All information received will remain confidential. A meter reader working for the Pottsville Parking Authority and another Pottsville man will be charged with summary harassment after an incident last Monday. City police were called in for a disturbance in the area of 4th and West Market Streets around 10:40 in the morning, where meter reader Patrick Mahoney had issued a parking ticket to 34-year-old Christopher Teodorio Velasquez. According to police, Velasquez was upset after seeing the ticket and approached Mahoney in an aggressive manner, yelling and using obscene language. Mahoney responded to his behavior by punching Velasquez. A harassment charge against each will be filed. Ian Lipton, the executive director of the authority, said it was inappropriate to comment on the charges against his employee and referred all questions to Solicitor Thomas Campione. A Hazelton woman was charged with assault and harassment during a domestic dispute. Police say they were called to 622 West 8th Street around 6 o'clock July 24th evening when a man said he was in an argument with his wife, 30-year-old July Fernandez Desanada, claiming that she hit him in the face and threw her cell phone at him. According to arrest papers, he had a bloody nose and small laceration to the eye. Fernandez Desanada said her husband was being verbally abusive when she assaulted him. She was charged with simple assault and harassment and released on $5,000 unsecured bail. An announcement from Commonwealth Health today that First Hospital in Kingston will be closing its doors and affiliated outpatient treatment offerings as of October 30th. It was described as a difficult decision by officials who said difficulty in maintaining adequate staffing levels is one factor in the decision. Another was putting a hold on new admissions after an incident back in June. They also stated that First Hospital will remain open to transition the facility and services should a new operator be identified before the closure date. First Hospital has been open since 1983. She lived long and she prospered, but now we're saying goodbye to barrier-breaking Star Trek legend Nichelle Nichols, who passed away this weekend. Nichols, who's most well known for playing communications officer Lieutenant Uhura on the original Star Trek television series, died of natural causes this Saturday at her home in New Mexico. It was announced on social media by her son. Born Grace Dell Nichols in Robbins, Illinois, she first worked professionally as a singer and dancer in Chicago at the age of 14, moving on to New York nightclubs and working for a time with the Duke Ellington and Lionel Hampton bands before coming to Hollywood for her film debut in 1959's Porgy and Bess. Her role in the 1966 through 1969 sci-fi series earned Nichols a lifelong position of honor with the series' massive fan base and earned her accolades for breaking stereotypes that had limited black women to acting roles as servants, as well as the famous interracial on-screen kiss with co-star William Shatner. Nichols also appeared in the 6 big-screen spin-off films of the series starting in 1979 with Star Trek, the motion picture, and frequently attended Star Trek fan conventions. Nichelle Nichols was 89 years old. An aged parking lot in the city of Hazelton will be getting some much-needed renovations and a new name sometime this year. According to city administrators, the north side parking lot near Green and North Wyoming Street has had aged parking meter heads and damaged poles removed, and crews are working to fill depressions and install a base coat of paving. New meters, gate, and payment systems will also be coming to the lot. And since the current name of the lot tends to cause confusion, Mayor Jeff Cassatt says the city will rename it the Feely parking lot in recognition of the Feely Theater. Once again, the pride of Hazelton, the 3-story theater, was demolished in June of 1980 to make way for the North Side lot. Coming up on WYLN News, local events are abound for this year's National Night Out. Plus, it may not be the jackpot, but 2 Pennsylvanians sure got lucky this weekend. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast, brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Alexander Bonomo. I'm 12 years old, and tomorrow's WYLN forecast is partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazelton, 570-454-7229.
Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazelton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Many communities throughout our area are joining others across the nation, gearing up for events tomorrow evening marking National Night Out. The past 2 years' events were canceled due to COVID-19 precautions. The event on the first Tuesday in August began in 1984 as a way to bring law enforcement and communities they serve together to strengthen police-community partnerships. Some of those taking place are at the West Hazelton Borough Building on South Broad Street from 5 to 8 p.m., the Dunmore Community Center on Monroe Avenue starting theirs with a parade at 6 p.m., Wright Township Municipal Park in Mountaintop from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m., and Weatherly Borough and Bloomsburg also have events planned. Check with your area to find the events near you. The big Mega Millions winner may have not been here in the Keystone State, but 2 Pennsylvanians still got fairly lucky this weekend. A Pennsylvania lottery retailer in Lackawanna County sold a Powerball with Power Play ticket worth $150,000 for the Saturday, July 30th drawing. The ticket matched 4 of the 5 white balls drawn and the red Powerball to win $150,000. And that massive Mega Millions lottery draw that took place on Friday, a Pennsylvania lottery retailer also in Lackawanna County sold a winning Mega Millions with Megaplier worth $2 million. A single Mega Millions ticket bought at a suburban Chicago Speedway gas station beat the 1 in 302.5 million odds and won over $1.3 billion on Friday. However, whether the winner has come forward and the identity of said winner may never be known, as Illinois is one state where winners can choose to remain anonymous. The Wright Center for Community Health's new mobile medical unit, Driving Better Health, is set to help students this coming school year to return safely in the fall. The new mobile unit will help students from 5 different counties return to school safely this August. The vehicle will spend the month driving through school districts and parks in Lackawanna, Luzerne, Monroe, Pike, and Wayne counties, offering routine vaccinations, including COVID-19 vaccinations and boosters for students before they return to school, as well as COVID testing. Guests must adhere to Driving Better Health's COVID protocols, including masking and social distancing during the clinic, and bring a form of identification. And just a reminder, a pre-inflation event will be held in one part of Luzerne County tomorrow. gas for $2.38 a gallon. Americans for Prosperity PA will hold its next True Cost of Washington event at the Gulf gas station on State Route 93 in Sugarloaf from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The pre-inflation gas discount event highlights the rising cost of gas and connects motorists to the federal policies that contribute to inflation. Congressman Dan Muser will be one of the officials on hand. The discounts are given on a first-come, first-served basis and only for a limited time. Coming up on Frackville's News Choice, we discuss swimming safety on today's Community and You. Plus, we kick off a new series on this week's Leading the Way. And stay with us for everything else we have lined up for you later tonight on WYLN TV.
If you want a great job, come to the Poconos.
Check it out. The Poconos has great jobs available right now.
And for many positions, you don't need prior experience. How cool is that?
You can do hotel registration, cashier, dining service, or even a lifeguard.
You can make a career for yourself in the hospitality industry here in the Poconos.
Jobs are available now. Go to PoconoMountains.com/jobs.
Did you know that WYLN News provides news updates every weekday afternoon
at 1, 3, and 5 here on TV and on social media?
Did you also know you can watch WYLN News on the go by visiting our website or YouTube page?
Now more than ever,
WYLN is your local news leader.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazelton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazelton.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Master Trooper Deanna Pacansky, Troop P. Wilkes-Barre, is joining us, and I'm going to say it. She's going to dive right in here. Bad pun, bad pun. We're going to talk about swimming safety.
Yes.
First of all, where should we not swim?
We shouldn't be swimming in places that are closed to the public, that are posted that they shouldn't be swimming because there's no lifeguard on duty, or there's slippery rocks, or if something happens, somebody's not going to know where you're at. So if it's posted that you shouldn't be there swimming, it's not open to the public, don't be there swimming. Or if it's an area that's open to the public, but it could be posted, don't swim, don't do it. Everybody says, oh, it's hot, I want to go in there, but you don't know what's going to happen. If you're going to slip and fall, hit your head, you're there alone, or the other person is unable to get you. So don't swim where you're told not to swim.
And it happens that people will attempt things that they are not physically able to do or trained to do.
Yes.
What do you do in that instance? I bet you I can do it. No, I bet you I can do it.
One of the first things would be always make sure you have somebody with you. Don't swim alone. That way if something happens, at least there's somebody to, you know, be available to try to get help for you. Wear a vest, a life vest, or as funny as it sounds, those little swimmies that you put on for little kids on their arms, put them on children, but an adult might need them, or have a life raft there for them, so in case something happens, they get a cramp or they get tired and they go under or get to a current. You want to have somebody there that can try to help you, or at least let other people know where you're at. So don't swim alone. Don't go in a pool alone. Don't, if it's not deep, you don't want to dive in because you could hit your head off the bottom. We tell kids, but it should be adults as well, don't walk on top of a pool cover. People put a pool cover on. If you go down under, you might get tangled up in it. You're going to not be able to get, you know, up from underneath the pool cover. So don't go on a pool cover, and especially little kids, you want to keep a ladder up, keep it blocked so kids don't want to adventure in on their own.
And when we're also talking about all of this, it's fun, everybody's together, and there may be alcohol.
You don't want to be drinking and go in the pool, and especially if you're alone. Again, you might go under, nobody's going to know that you're in there. The other part with the alcohol would be boating. Don't get behind the wheel of a boat and be driving on a lake or a river, because you may not be paying attention. Your reaction times are less, and you could hit somebody. There could be people swimming out in the lake or the river, and you could hit them. You don't realize they're there, and you run over them. So you don't want to be boating while you're drinking either.
And a BUI?
A BUI is just like a DUI, but it's on a boat.
Then that's something you don't want to have to deal with.
Right.
Trooper Deanna Pacansky, Troop P. Wilkes-Barre, always giving us great information here on Community and You.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. In these uncertain times, you need to know what's really going on. The source matters now, more than ever. So turn to WYLN for up-to-the-minute information on social media, TV news updates at 1 p.m., 3 p.m., and 5 p.m., and WYLN News live at 5:30. Live local news and breaking news when it happens. WYLN TV 35, we're your local network.
Experiences are, well, great. Check this out.
When you visit us, you'll enjoy great cuisine from our homegrown restaurants. No matter what your taste, you'll savor our offerings. It's just one of the many unique experiences in the Poconos, where great dining choices are just the beginning.
The Pocono Mountains, where delicious isn't just a word, it's our passion. Visit PoconoMountains.com.
We all need a midweek pick-me-up, and WYLN TV 35 is your home for good news on Wednesdays. All our good news stories will be printed in the WYLN TV Pennies Classified Good News Bulletin, distributed throughout the community and digitally posted on WYLN News Facebook page and on our website. If you have good news to share, contact us to be featured in our special Good News edition. Good events, good people, good jobs, all good news.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
WILN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Ashley Harris is leading the way to kick off this week's series. Welcome to Leading the Way, and this week we are spending it with Weatherly Police Officer Ashley Harris. Ashley, welcome. Nice to have you here.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
So here you are in uniform, a Weatherly police officer. When Ashley was a little Ashley, and she was way before this, what were you thinking about? Where did you grow up?
In the Hazelton area with my mom and dad. Just local stuff, grew up with my cousins, you know, typical kid stuff. Anything in particular that you were involved in when you were going to school? When I was in high school, well, middle school going into high school, I was a cheerleader. Okay. So that was mainly my hobby. And I played a little bit of soccer. So there was a little bit of the athletic involved in that if you're a cheerleader. Where'd you go to high school? Hazelton area. And you're a grad? Yes. All right, a cougar. Nice. Yep. So here you are. You're cheerleading and you're having a great time and you're going to high school, and now all of a sudden you get to that point where they're saying, Ashley, you're going to be graduating soon. What are you going to do? So after I graduated high school, I went to Luzerne County Community College for nursing. Ah. And the reason why I went for nursing is because my grandparents were like, you know, don't go be a police officer. Try nursing. It's easier. I was like, okay, I'll try nursing. Well, 2 years into nursing, it wasn't my thing. I always had the drive to go be a police officer like my grandfather, so. Ah, that explains it. Yeah. So that's where the police officer came in your life. Yes. You had this growing up, obviously. Where was he? At Troop N, he was a PSP. So you had somebody who was involved in all of this. Yes. And when you were growing up, did it dawn on you at all that maybe I wanted to do this? I did. I always did want to be a police officer. But like I said, my grandmother seen the hard days of coming home and being a police officer, and she didn't want her little granddaughter to go do what my grandfather was doing. So. And what was he saying? He pushed me to do it. Yeah? He was like, you have to do it. Follow your dreams, so. And when we come back tomorrow, I want to talk more about that, because obviously this is Ashley Harris, and I don't think your grandfather had a lot of females when he was involved in the police department. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow on Leading the Way. And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.